Welcome to Flamp Flamp Sports. My name is Richard Harris, and let's talk sports. Welcome to Flamp Flamp Sports. My name is Richard Harris. There's a lot of things about sports that, as fans of one team and not fans of other teams, that you don't want to do. You don't want to root for your enemies. You don't want to give credit to good teams, to bad teams, to great players, to great performances, to conquering heroes and conquering demons and conquering pain. For example, I'm trying to say in English, if you're a Knicks fan, you're not rooting for a Celtic player. If you're a Yankee fan, you're not rooting for a Red Sox player. If you're a Cowboy fan, you're not rooting for Eagles or a Giants fan. But what Isaiah Thomas is doing right now in basketball is incredible. Maybe not so much unprecedented, but it's incredible. And it reminds me of Bo Kimball. When Loyola Marymount's Hank Gathers collapsed and died on the floor of a basketball game for Loyola Marymount, Bo Kimball went on this mission, and they were blowing everybody out in the tournament until, of course, they met UNLV, who crushed them, ended their dream. But every night, all 4 games prior to that, Bo Kimball was sensational. Earned him a first-round paycheck and, made us keep Hank Gathers in our thoughts. Isaiah obviously playing harder than he ever could have played because of the loss of his sister, but also because he's just a pro. And he's a damn good ball player and deserves a lot of credit for putting his team on his back and coming out tonight saying the truth. He says, on the basketball court, I can focus, I can do this, I can do that. When I leave the gym, that's a little different, because today would have been his sister's birthday, and it's just the emotions are so overwhelming. But tonight was just insane. I mean, Washington was sensational for 3 quarters. John Wall was sensational, 40 points, 13 assists, becoming the first player since Jerry West did that to the Celtics in the playoffs. But he just did it all. But they are kicking themselves tonight, because for them to allow the Celtics to steal this game in overtime by 10 points, it's the kind of thing that you don't recover from. And we know that each playoff game is different, and it should be different, because Washington is as good as Boston. The reason why Washington lost tonight was the willpower of Isaiah Thomas, of course, but on the floor, Bradley Beal didn't have one of his better games. 4 for 15, ain't gonna get it done. I root hard for a lot of bad players, a lot of bad guys, I guess, in sports. Quote-unquote bad guys. I was a Barry Bonds fan, and we all know how much people hate Barry Bonds. I was a Lawrence Taylor fan. A lot of people didn't like Lawrence Taylor. Root for Darryl Strawberry, A lot of people didn't like Darryl Strawberry. A lot of people didn't like Terrell Owens. I like Terrell Owens. But Isaiah Thomas is making me become a Celtic fan, because now I'm believing that they can take down Cleveland, because Cleveland has no one who can guard him. And the reason why I equated his accomplishments and Boston's accomplishments with Loyola Marymount, I remember when Loyola Marymount won their first game in the tournament by like 40, and next game they won by like 30, and the next game they won by a big margin as well. And then they had to play the mighty running reps of UNLV, and that's what Cleveland is, the mighty Cleveland Cavaliers. And I remember saying to myself, Kimball, will this happening one more time? And UNLV wasn't having it. Greg Anthony, Anderson Hunt, Larry Johnson, Stacey Osman, they said, hey, we knew Hank Athers, good dude, but enough is enough. I'm hoping that Cleveland doesn't do that to Boston. And I can't believe I'm actually rooting for the Celtics. But don't tell nobody. What he's done tonight, what he did in game one, tonight with the teeth hurting, hit his face on the floor again, 53 points, 30-something shots. Wouldn't that be a fun final? Boston and Houston. Harden against Thomas. Wouldn't that be fun, just to watch them go at it in the fourth quarter, knowing that that's exactly what it would come down to, the battle of fourth quarters? Boston needs to keep the foot down on Washington, because John Wall is going to keep doing what John Wall does. They just need Bradley Beal to come along for the ride. Game one, he played well, scored 27. Tonight, he just was off. I want 5 more games of this series, and hopefully, at the end of it, we'll all be happy. I told all my Knicks fans and friends, maybe I hit my head earlier today, and I'm rooting for the Celtics. I'm not the only one, though. Everybody's rooting for Isaiah. This little guy, keep it going. That's just one man's opinion.